Hi there. Are you? Yes, it's your first day on the job. All right, welcome. Welcome. Thank you for joining me today. I'll be the person responsible for guiding you through the process. I'm the general manager at this establishment. So you will go to me with any questions, concerns, conflicts with clients, okay? Yes. So let me walk you through everything you have to do since you are the esthetician at the spa. You are responsible for a couple of duties. One is introducing your new clients at the door. You greet them and lead them to the secretary, okay? I will be walking around from time to time, observing different stations. This is just one substation of the entire spa. I don't know if you've had the assistant walk you around, but oh my goodness, this place is huge. In case you didn't know, so I'm kind of on my feet all day. So I'm pretty busy helping others. If you have any questions, we are all responsible for carrying a necklace on our neck, okay? Except when you are working with clients, you would just take it off because when you lean over, this will tap their forehead. So I don't think they would like that very much. But it's an essential oil carrier, but also if you push the button here, that alerts me. So I get a signal on my app and it tells me which station. This is station 5 you're in. And so this is the spa bathroom we are in. It's more private and secluded, and that's why I decided to do the whole interview process in here on your first day, so you know what to expect when you start work Monday next week, okay? Okay, anytime you have any questions, pause me, interrupt me, let me know, okay? Alright, so the first thing of the 2 jobs you're responsible for doing is 1, to greet them at the door, and then 2, do your job as an esthetician, and you know how to do that. I'll still walk you through because there are specific tools and rules that we use here at this establishment that you must abide by, okay? I just ask that you respect that. You are not to bring your own products. Everything is welcomed here and greeted with you for your use. So we just kindly ask that you use our products. We go through third parties to receive these products and goods at discounted rates, so there is no need to spend your own personal money. And we'd rather you promote these products and you receive a bit of commission from each than promoting your own products. You are not allowed to promote your own business here. If you sell products on the side, you are not allowed to promote them to clients. The only time you are is if you are friends with the client and you talk about the product outside of these walls. Does that make sense? Okay. So let me get started by showing you what you introduce people at the door with. And there's a lot of stuff I have to get through, so this will take the whole hour probably, okay? Alright. Well, that's why you're here. And you don't need to take notes, just prepare. I won't expect you to get all of this on par the first few times, okay? You get a pencil, and for the reason for this is so that people can correct their mistakes. You introduce them with 4 things. A pencil that you'll get from the front desk. 2 bags of tea, 1 chamomile and 1 mint. And we say, here you go, this is for you. Okay, we introduce an offering at the door. It encourages them to come back in, okay? If they would like, there's a station next to the waiting area. And they can get themselves a cup of tea. If not, they just put this in their purse and their bag. No big deal. You offer these 2 things first, okay? Let me put these aside. I'll put them next to you here as a reminder. Okay. Then we introduce a magazine for their entertainment while they're waiting for their appointment. Nobody ever waits longer than 5 minutes at the spa. If they do, there's probably a delay or someone is having an emergency. So this will keep them occupied until they're waiting, or they could just be on their phones, which we never encourage or recommend, because when you come to a spa, I do believe you should give yourself permission to relax, you know. And then you introduce them with this, which will house the 2 packets that they need. Okay, make sure and double check before you just hand it to them that they have not 1 but 2 packets, okay, in their binder here. All right, and you hand this in one hand and you hand the pencil in the other hand, okay? All right, and so they sign the papers and you tell them to give it to the front desk when they're done, okay? It's just basic fill out form stuff. You are not responsible for knowing about that, okay? You are just responsible for handing this to them and saying, I am so and so. I will be your spa esthetician today. I will see you in a few minutes. They will call your name. I will be in room 5 and every door is numbered, okay? Now, before you enter room section 5, someone may be changing in here. Someone may be taking a shower. Someone may still be in our bath. Someone may still be putting their makeup on. Some people just don't feel comfortable leaving without getting all prepared before they leave. Okay. That's where you push this button on your necklace, and that will signal that you are ready. That will signify to me that I need to go to that section that I got beeped on. Double check, knock on the door that no one's here. You wait the 5 minutes to enable me to go there, do this, okay? Sometimes it's a bit of a walk between hallways. And then once you are cleared, you will receive a beep on your necklace, and that confirms that it's clear. If you don't receive a beep, you wait until that beep to go in. If you wait longer than 5 minutes, something's not right, so you need to ask for me, okay? And you go to the front desk and do that and make sure that I'm not passed out in the kitchen floor, okay? Alright, so where do we begin? Oh, you're excited. Oh, I am too. This is my favorite part. Welcome to the family. You're one of 50 workers here. So, I wish I had more time to get to know you personally, but you're going to be seeing me still quite often. I'm honored to do what I do and help in any way, shape, and form I can, okay? And anytime you just don't see me through the day, sometimes I'm in other parts of the building, sometimes I'm out for lunch. Look, sometimes I'm responsible for depositing the checks in the bank. Look, you can always email me, okay? Alright, good. Yes. Oh yeah, you just keep that magazine there. Oh yeah, that's fine. No. I guess you could take it if you want. Alright, so let's begin. So basically, once you walk back to your station, you make sure everything is changed. Each section comes with a massage table, a bathroom, a spa bathroom with a bathtub, and a large shower, a sink, toilet, you know, the essentials. You look around, you make sure the massage therapist has changed the sheets, everything's clean. They walk into a clean section. This is their own space for the next 2 hours. So they get a massage, then they go to you for a facial, okay? Or as I like to call it, facelift, because a lot of our female clients notice that when they walk out of here, like, oh, they're in the mirror, like, oh, my boyfriend's gonna love this. Oh, I have to put makeup. And it's like, well, honey, we just washed double check. You never know, right? You never know. Sometimes you notice there's a piece of toilet paper on the floor, and you quickly pick it up, right? You're responsible for this because it is our name, our business, our image. You don't want them to go back and leave a 4-star review. We want perfection here, okay? But not in a way where it's robotic. I've been to spas before where they're like, hi, welcome, yes, so nice to see you. And they freak out if there's like a tissue left. Or like, come on, we're all human beings at the end of the day. Like, you don't have to be perfect, like robo, technical, analytical. You just need to be genuine and authentic in yourself. And if there's an error or a mistake, or there's an aroma that's too strong, someone feels uncomfortable, you know, there's ways to loosen up. That's why we carry around these essential oil neck chains, is because right now I have one aroma going. You probably smell it from here. It induces peace, calm, relaxation. So we give ourselves the best way we possibly can to our clients, okay? They're not our patients. They're not our customers. They're either clients or, some people even say, respected individuals. If you want to call spiritual, say fellow human being. If you want to say friend, I guess that's acceptable. We really don't care. But just greet them by their name, okay, as they walk in the door. So I think you get the hint. You have most of your education. You already went through the basic interview process with me. I've already seen your resume. You are phenomenal. You have great experience in this field for 5 years. Look, I'm not asking too much, okay? You know it. You get it. Just follow our rules. Every spa has their own rules. So starting with the first thing, your specific job is to check your station, which is the essential oil diffuser. Okay, so we house these purple ones, okay? They're called purple lavender fields. Alright, so how do you operate this? You grab the base of the glass bowl and the base of the plastic container. You spin it counterclockwise slowly, and you pull up to expose the end. Okay, that's step number 1. Alright. Yes, we're all gonna wear plain black shirts and the necklace. That's our solid appeal. Good question. Thanks for catching that one on me. No other jewelry, no bracelets, no rings, no other necklaces. We need a clean appearance. Okay. Alright. Yes. And if you notice someone else, like a woman has a long hair and she hasn't tied up her hair, remind your fellow coworkers, even if they don't know you, they see you're new, they're like, who is this crazy person? Like, be clinical, okay? We respect that and value that. And even if other coworkers don't necessarily like you for it, I will like you for it, okay? You'll get a promotion. Maybe you'll be a general manager one day, okay? You never know. Alright, so thank you for that. That's a great question. Then there's this tip here, okay? So basically, this can be a little complex because it gets slippery. Make sure you have clean, dry hands and they're not oily. A lot of times you work with oils and bath products, being an esthetician, spa products. So you can either grip the top very strong and pull up, or I suppose you can use your nail and kind of dig at it. I prefer you not, because that damages the plastic material over time. But basically you can see this is the drain side. So when it's time to pour the water out, you just drain it on this side, not this side, because this is where the airflow is, okay? You've worked with the basic diffusers before, you know how aromatherapy works. This is just a different device, so I just have to explain to you, especially by law, because it can be a fire hazard, believe it or not, especially if it plugged in incorrectly and the water goes on the outlet. Yowza! We've actually had that before, so that's why I'm very much emphasizing this point with you for safety measures and precautions. You fill it to the max line. Okay? Once you do, you notice that little thing here and this thing here, they match, so they go constantly upright. I would even prefer you do this on a table. Don't just hold it like I am. I just am. For demo purposes. See, it says air outlet on this side, so confirm that the air outlet is matched with this side, okay? And this is where the air will spit out, okay? So there's a vent fan. Make sure it's always on these three legs, sitting upright. There's the plug-in, so quite frankly, you can use a measuring cup, or I would just fill this in the sink first and then keep it upright like this. Plug it in, okay. I'm actually going to trial it now. I should probably fill this with water just to show you how it works, because otherwise there's no point to this demonstration if I don't fill it. I usually don't, but I just want to be safe, okay? We never know. Alright. There we go. I filled it with some fresh water. Yes. Good question. Yes. The essential oil. Thank you. We use only these three. These are verified allergy-free. We've had problems with other brands. Only use these three. These are our spa products. They're Inner Peace Aroma Essential Oils. It's the one I'm also wearing. You only wear those three here because since the clients can smell the aroma off these neck chains, you want them to not have an allergic reaction while you're just talking to them about how you're going to prepare them for their face wash, and they're already having a reaction in front of you, so you want to make sure that doesn't happen. Spearmint, tea tree, rosemary, that's it, okay? For the diffuser, I recommend you only use spearmint or rosemary. The tea tree has quite a bitter scent that many have complained about in the past. Again, we don't want those reviews. Business works by bringing people at the door. You don't want to scare them away before they even try coming in, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, exactly. Okay. So great question. Thank you. Sometimes I forget, so please remind me. I don't know if it's because I'm 35 or I just need to go to a doctor, but thank you for reminding me. Alright, so I put 3 to 4 drops in there. Alright. Then I close it back, rotate it clockwise so it can seal itself, alright? Then I plug this in and make sure the spout is matched to the top hole, okay? Let's plug this in. Make sure the cord is extended all the way out and it's not knotted together because that could cause electrical issues. There's the power button. So it will begin to diffuse, as you can see. So this is the light. There's half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, or 3+ hours. I would leave it at 2 hours. You know why? That tells not only the massage therapist, that tells you when the time is up. Okay? Or you can leave it at 1 hour so you know when your time is up. Okay? But you're going to come to an agreement with your massage therapist, which will work at your same station. On that, okay? You'll just decide 2 hours or 1 hour so they'll know what to do, okay? Alright, so, wow, yes, this has quite a nice fragrance. I love spearmint. Spearmint wakes you up. So, if you're doing a spa session on stimulation, like energy, be my guest and use spearmint. If someone comes in complaining they don't get enough sleep at night, what do you think is the best approach? Right, use another oil. So, this changes colors. So again, you get the light switch for fading colors, transitional colors. Alright. Yes, there's many of a multitude of options, even a dimmer light or brighter light if someone is complaining that their seeing flashing lights or they have light sensitivity, I think a dimmer light would be best, correct? Especially your room will be pretty dark. It's only bright in this bathroom, and that's done on purpose. We have stickies on our windows that magnify the intensity of the sunlight, so it appears brighter than it actually is. So even on a cloudy day, they can come in here waking up, feeling energized and refreshed. And the reason we do this, it's psychology. I can turn this off now, but yes, you see how soothing and relaxing this is. So you can only imagine in your spa setting how great it's going to be, and it's not only going to relax them, but you. Remember, you want to have a relaxed approach with your passionate fellow human beings. Alright, let's turn this buddy off. Or I could keep it in the corner. I do like the trickling noise. I think this will help me remember what to tell you better, if I'm honest. Alright. I'll keep it at green. It's my favorite color. Beautiful. Alright. So, the reason we do this with the bathroom is we ask them to come in here, use the bathroom first. That's what you're going to say. Okay? First, they'll be with their massage therapist if they choose to get a massage. It's called a full spa day. So, if they choose the option on their packet when they come in, if they haven't scheduled online, sometimes we have walk-ins, it's okay. If they choose the full spa day, that means a massage and a facial, right? And then some time in the bathroom to change and whatnot. If they choose just the massage, it's just the massage. If they choose just the facial, it's just you. So you'll ask them to come in the bathroom first. So that will give them an impression of like bright lights, awake, alert. And then they're going to go into your room and relax, and it'll encourage them to relax more. So when you take someone from intense bright light to a dark, relaxed room, it encourages their body to relax even more. So then they come back in here to change and put their clothes back on and whatever, shower. So that wakens them up so they can drive home safely. Does that make sense? So that's why it's so bright in here. And that's why I brought you in here, because I just wanted you to kind of get the idea of how this whole thing works. Alright, so along with the diffuser, you're going to put it in the furthest distance in the corner, because you do hear the hum of the motor, don't you? Yeah, so there's things that can counter that noise. I'll show you soon. You also put these electric candles. There's 3 of them, okay? These light up, and there's a remote control switch to change the color settings as well. Make sure the color matches the color on the aroma. If it's green, you put green here, because that will confuse the client. They will think it's a light show, and it will be too intense if they prefer no noise, no aroma, no color, no candle. If they just prefer a dimly lit room, you respect that, okay? Alright. You do it, but you never ask them, okay? You do it anyway. Make them think it's expected to have these things. If you notice they really cannot relax or are uncomfortable or bothered, then that's where you say, okay, would you prefer the diffuser, right? You don't ever bring it up until they address it or you have a feeling that you should address it, okay? Alright. I think I'm going to turn this off. Yes, every time you click the power button, it switches from half hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours plus, and then it turns off. So you have to click it a few times to turn it off. We used to have a remote for that thing. I don't know where that sucker went, but anyway. Alright. Guess it's in hiding now. So if that's too noisy or there's too much traffic perhaps outside, or airplane sounds, or they just cannot seem to relax, there is a white noise remover device, okay? It's already installed and programmed. All you need to do is push this button. You hold it. You turn the dial left to lower the sound, and all the way left for complete silence. This is the lowest setting. You turn the dial right for higher volume, okay? This is the forest. Click again. And this is the ocean. Green forest, blue ocean. Again, lower the volume all the way down. Unless they really like it, then they say, oh, it's nice, or they say, ooh, ah. Then you increase the volume slightly, okay? You'll know the reaction of the client. If they just look uncomfortable, just ask them, okay? It doesn't hurt. We're not psychics. You click again, and this is the space station sound. This one, you can't lower or raise. It's the same neutral sound, but it has waves that encourage sleep, okay? So it's a gentle hum, and this is the white light, okay? And then you hold it to turn it off completely. So that's the noise removal, again, optional, but I do recommend it paired with the candle alongside the diffuser, okay? Excellent. Any questions so far? You're doing great. All you need to do is listen to me babble. So, to initiate further relaxation, you want the client to be as comfortable as possible. You double check, you tuck them in the sheets, you say, are you okay, right? They don't have to undress in here and go completely undressed under the sheet. You know, you just, whatever they're comfortable with, you ask the temperature, the lighting, the sound, those three things. Is the temperature alright? Okay. And I'm asking you now, is the temperature alright? I'm doing an interview still. Do you feel comfortable? Okay, great. And are you okay with how everything in the room sounds? We're gonna pretend that diffuser is humming, or the sound remove device. Yes, okay. And if no, ask what's bothering them, okay? And you test it, okay? You always check that first. That's the foundation. If you don't get that correct, how are they going to relax the next 55 minutes? Okay. To further relax them, even if they're already saying, oh, this is perfect, I'm so relaxed, you tie their hair back. If they have long hair, you make sure it's out of the way so you can work. This is the basis, the foundation. You know that. We have these. Okay. We offer several colors. These are just a couple examples. This one is just the strict, stretchy, sort of like a rubber band hair tie. Okay. It's a very soft one. You can feel it for yourself. Yeah, I think most people actually choose those. Or you can choose this one, which does not expand, but it has a Velcro strap. Let me unstrap it so I can show you. That's a bit loud. That can actually disturb someone's relaxation, so it's less common, I suppose, for that reason. But also because of its lack of stretchability. So this will just go around, and for example, pretend I'm a woman with long hair. I would just Velcro it. Oh, my head is so big it doesn't even go all the way through. I can't even strap it, but then you pull it up, okay? Alright, so again, you do what they prefer, not what you prefer, okay? And you ask them, you show them physically these two things, and you say, would you prefer this one? It will just Velcro and strap and go around and stay in place, or would you rather this one so you can adjust it and it's more comfortable? I always recommend this one, actually, but you never know. Some people want their hair to be in place. They have a dinner to go to after. They don't want it to be messed up and tied up in a knot. Use this instead, okay? Based on the client's need, you always ask. If you're ever unsure, ask, okay? That's how you get them to come back. We also offer these, okay? And we give them sort of for free anyway. Like when they walk out of here, if they have really long ponytail, you just say, here's one out of the spa. Something to remember a spa. You know, you always want to give an offering, just like with the tea. It encourages people to just come back, and it's honestly out of love it's not just about them coming back. It's about, here, we really appreciate you coming here to our door. We want to give you something for that. Okay, so we offer this to anyone who wants it. And if they're a man, for example, and they're talking about their aunt, and how she needs a spa day, and you're asking her, like, or they bring it up in some way, like, oh, they have long hair, maybe just give that to them, and like it'll encourage her to come in, referral, the power of referral and recommendation, the word of mouth is very powerful. So we also offer these as well, okay, if they prefer, if they ask for it, okay. All right, I'll just hold their hair in place. All right, so to further their relaxation, we offer this satin beaded spa pillow over their eyelids, okay? We used to use tea bags. People would say it gets too warm and then it cools down too fast and then they're uncomfortable. So what we do is we just warm this in a steamer, and it just maintains its temperature and it's evenly dispersed. Make sure you double check that so not too much of the beads are on one side of their eye, okay? That can be uncomfortable, especially when someone is so deeply relaxed. They notice the slightest discrepancies in the slightest of sound, the slightest of thing. That's why these devices are important. Most people like them on because they don't want to hear traffic. It's just fact. So the tag goes up toward the ceiling, so this goes like this over their eyes, and it just creates that slight pressure over their eyes that tells the body and the mind, rest. It's time for rest. Okay? And you slowly, I will demonstrate on here. Okay, because I don't know how much this specific school of yours instructed you, but this is how we do things. One thing you can try actually do is you do this. Okay? You make sure it's like even weight on both sides, and you don't want pressure on the bridge of their nose, so this has to have like minimal to no beads. You scoop it like this, and then you gently put it over their eyes, slowly, and then when it's time to take it off at the end of whatever you're doing, slowly peel back the layer. I'd even recommend pinching by this end and just slowly peeling it up. Make sure you have a great grip because it's a bit heavy. You would hate for it to fall on their face. I don't mean to laugh, but it's occurred. I've seen it happen in my witnesses, okay? So I just Pikachu shock face out of there. I don't make a comment, but it breaks my heart when I see it because it happens. So make sure your hands are clean. You have a tight grip on things. You're not shaky. That's the importance of relaxation. The first few days you're going to be anxiety ridden here because you're new. You're nervous. You don't know if you're doing anything properly. Okay. We have compassion for that. We understand. We've been there. Okay? But you need to come in well rested, well hydrated. Make sure you eat before as well. I don't think people want to hear a grumbling stomach next to their head, right? So I just want to confirm with you that that's the case, okay? Alright, just double checking there. Okay, so sometimes people will get emotional during the session. It happens. They lost a husband, they lost a friend, or they just miss human interaction. There will be a box of tissues, and just ensure it's full at all times. You never grab it and hand it to them like this. Because the human mind sometimes will take offense to that gesture. They will assume that they need help when they don't, or that assumes that someone thinks you're crying when really maybe you have leftover mascara from the night before and your eyes just get watery. Never assume. That's rule number 1. Hand the box of tissues and say, I've noticed your eyes are a bit watery. Would you like some tissues? Now, do that only if you feel like they're just getting watery and they're not crying. If you feel like they're crying, they're having obvious gestures of sobbing, just say, here, honey, and just hand the box. They'll grab themselves. You don't want to put your oily, germy hands on their tissue. Second of all, right? So, just confirming that with you, okay? Alright. If they reject, if they push their hand away, say, I understand. Don't say I apologize, because that admits fault because you did nothing wrong. I understand. Take your time. Okay? Compassion. Act out of love and kindness. If they say they need Q-tips, well, here they are. Say, may I? If they nod, yes, okay. Then you go in like this, okay? You go in and you swipe one after the other. You know why you do this. You don't do it at the same time. You don't do one at a time, one eye at a time. Because it causes irritation and it distracts their mind from their issue that they're thinking about. One eye, then another eye. Your brain can only process one thing at a time. So by doing this, one eye, then another eye, it kind of tickles and makes them laugh and smile and encourages them, and they forget even why they started to tear up. It happens, okay? So one eye, another. Don't ever ask why they're crying. Don't ever assume it's because of you or something you did. It's a very sensitive environment. Most people are not vulnerable to being in that type of a place where someone is giving them the loving care and attention they need. We notice this often with elderly folk who just have no one to take care of them, or just most people have gone from their lives and they feel alone. Never talk about it. Never say, do you want to talk about it? You're not a therapist. Okay, you're in an environment that imitates and replicates a therapist's office in a subconscious kind of way, but you are not there to help them. If they go to you and cry to you, boundary. Okay, you don't want to take on their issue at home. You are there to wash their face. Make sure you say, I understand. If they need help, we offer a special card, prevention hotline, and the nearest clinical office therapy for evaluation if they prefer. But don't assume. Ask them if they would like that form of help and guidance. But that's last resort. We don't recommend that. We just say, I understand how you are feeling. Sometimes people come in here and they feel that way. It happens all the time. Rest assured them that it happens all the time, even if it doesn't, so that they feel comfortable. And don't walk out of here feeling like, I'm never coming back. They made me cry. I don't feel comfortable. Like, so never assume, okay? Alright. Now, after they're all relaxed and all hair put up, the first thing you go in is over their arms. And we prefer this, even if it's not your own technique. This will just trigger further relaxation, just as a final cherry on the top to the cake touch, okay? And this separates us from other companies as well. I don't like that word. It sounds too corporate. From other, I'll just say spas. We have this rose multi-oil with rose petals, peony bergamot, apricot oil, and sweet almond oil. It's incredible for the hair, nail, and body, okay? You grab a pipette full of this oil. I'm not going to do it now, but you pinch the tip here, and it will grab a pipette full of oil. Make sure you don't do this. It can be obnoxious. Just dip it, soak it up, and pour it into your hands. gentle and fragile you are, the less sound that you make, the better for them. Because in your schooling, you've had to be the test dummy for the esthetician, correct? You've had to lay there and be like their head right over you. You can hear every single sound from the nail tap. So I don't think they want to hear. That might trigger them to laugh. That might trigger them in irritating ways, you know. Be gentle and fragile. If you think you're going to make a loud sound, do it at a distance, okay? Alright, so you mix that oil in the palm of your hand, a clean hand, and you mix along with that a couple drops of rosemary oil, essential oil. Okay, blend it and merge it with that oil. That will promote relaxation. Rub it over their arms, okay? Gently. Just gently rub it over their arms. And that will just encourage them to relax their arms, their shoulders. You can even go in the head and neck, massage them like that, okay? Alright. Then you can, and this is optional, lay out a couple crystals near them. We only use clear quartz, rose quartz. They're simple, easy, not complex. People get emotional and all sorts of feelings with the other crystals, so we just use clear quartz and rose quartz. And you lay one quartz on one side of their arm and another quartz on another side of their arm, and you just have it rest there. If they knock it over, no big deal. There's carpet underneath. They won't even notice and hear it, honestly. So, you don't even have to tell them you place it there. You just place it there, okay? Alright. You know the properties of crystals and what they do. It will just be a nice added touch, alright? Okay. We have multiple essential oils. So again, based on their session, you use certain ones for certain things, okay? Alright, then you will use a glove. Okay, wash your hands, of course, after the oil. You have a station to do that next to you in your little chair. Use a glove, okay? These are extra large. They are easy grip, simple to put on, so effortless. And you start off with a dry scrub. Okay, so you can use two options here. You do your checking, you know, you use your light, you check their skin type and all that, which you normally do. You do you, okay? But I'm just demonstrating with our specific products what you need to be doing. If you notice they have fragile, sensitive skin, I would rather you use this brush. It's softer to the touch. If not, you use this. And you dry scrub their face, their neck, shoulders down here, upper chest area, okay? You do what you do and it feels great, especially when they go behind there. Even after you're done, you go over the hair, okay? Unless they prefer not to, alright? It just feels great. It's very tingly to do such a thing. It's a nice stimulant massager. It encourages the pores to open up and get ready to absorb products to be activated in your skin, okay? Alright, excellent. And you always use glove even if you're not using products. Now the only time you don't use this glove, and I'll take it off now, so I'm demonstrating this part, is when you use our glove exfoliators. So you put these on, you've heard of these before. You're going to find this in a jar. It'll come in a jar next to your station, and you just take one out and circular motions, scrub, 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 scrub their face, areas. It's like a body buff scrubber glove, and it just further promotes that relaxation. Now, if they have sensitive skin, this is acceptable for that type of skin as well. It will just slosh off the old dead skin cells because you need to get rid of all Then you go in with this neck and back scrubber. Back is optional, but you can also use this over the legs and feet if they are comfortable. So this exfoliates. This is one end that does that and handles, and you just go boop, 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 boop. In the back. It feels amazing, and it just does its job. Okay. Alright, you've worked with these before. You have a spa pillow on their head. Okay. This is in no particular order. You do whatever order you have educated yourself in, and you know best, okay? You always ask before using things, okay? You say, I'm going to use this next. But if they say no, no means no. This goes in the back of their head, okay? This also can be heated or cooled. You ask them, would you like it heated or would you like it cooled? Or nothing at all, just neutral, okay? So this will maintain its heat or cooling or neutrality. And again, it's just like with the Satin pillow. This is a great addition. They don't want that Satin pillow. Well, they don't have to. Less for them, I guess. Alright. Then you start with the initial exfoliation of the face. So we have this spin brush here. Right? And these pads. These pads are for absorbing also not only any oils left on their face, but they also are great for adding product too. So you just Velcro it on. It will stay, but this thing is not coming off, and you have one button. Low setting, high setting, that's all, okay? And when you're done, you peel it off and dispose of it, okay? You let that trash bin near you. That will slosh it around. One product we recommend you work and you promote, okay? And you say, this will be great for you, okay? Is this 7-day scrub cream, alright? You open it up, it's a great little product that just has components to it that are incredible for anyone's skin type, and it has little exfoliants. You feel that? Yeah, so you massage this in circles using your glove with your bare hands, because you don't need an exfoliant and a spin brush. That would be very harsh. So you just, and this will scrub whatever is left over, and this goes along with your other treatments as well. I'm already feeling the difference on my hands, but this does dry quite incredibly so. Make sure you use your proper moisturizers and whatever else you use. I'm just scrubbing, scrubbing, scrubbing. Do not mix this with a scrub glove either, please. Just your bare gloved hand. Alright, because it is quite sharp and intense. To use a tissue to remove this, but you see how oily and shiny it made my hand. Look how brilliantly beautiful that is. You'll have cotton pads with water, warm water, to remove products, okay? Look at that. You might not be able to tell the difference, but look at that. It's like a dry hand. Look at that glowing, moisturized hand. And it does have moisturizers, but it still dries, so I would still add extra moisturizer for you. Then you go ahead with, based on your skin type, a cleaning, astringent type of witch hazel tea tree combination, or a more soothing, gentle, rosy aloe combination. Okay, so spritz and spray over areas that you have worked, and you let it settle. This spray you do not rub in. How do you do such a thing? You often wave this. If you're careful, you can even grab a towel, shake it off, so you can alert them, even if they're half asleep, that you're about to allow the product to evaporate. If there's excess, then the rest will be encouraged to soak in the skin, okay? Then you put this over the steamer a minute, take it out, put it over their face gently, just like with the eye pillow, gently remove it, and that will gently soak up the rest. Okay, and then you pat in, you go in like this, gently patting, patting, until the skin is totally dried. As such. And look at that nice sheen glow. And that still also wipes away the rest of the exfoliant scrub, okay? Remember, gently patting like this, it's gonna feel like this. I know you've learned this before, but I want you to do our way now that you work for us, okay? Gently, gently, gently patting. And the tips all go to you, okay? It's not shared. If they tip 20, if they tip 100, it's all yours, okay? That, along with any product commission, you make 5 to 15% based on the product you sell. That's why I encourage you to sell this one. You get 15 from this one. If you sell products on the shelf in the front entrance, those are about 5 to 10% commission on those. That, along with your base salary, you're just gonna make great money here. Just pretty much do as you're told. That's all, and just relax and enjoy. Okay, it's not gonna be that hard for you. Then you go in with this, and this is only if they've requested the deep clean. Okay, this will be a bit uncomfortable and out there for some. This is the micro needling treatment, so it will pinch, okay? This is only done if they request and check mark the deep clean for an extra $20, okay? And this will just open up the skin, alright? I'm not going to demonstrate on you, but you've worked with these before. These are 0.5 millimeter needles, so it will just be enough to sprinkle the skin, the subcutaneous layer surface. It won't hurt, okay, but it is intense, so be gentle, okay? Avoid the eye area, alright? And you dip that in that special diluted alcohol mix to disinfect the needles afterwards for the next client's use, okay? Now, there are other treatments you can do while they're marinating, while they have product on their face and they're just sitting there. Clip their fingernails and their toenails. If they don't want that, okay, then you just, during that time, leave the room and prepare their bath, because once they're done, they're going to come in here and take a bath, okay? And you're going to go ahead and use this, and only this brand that we have of Pure Epsom salt. It's a soaking solution. It soothes the client and helps them sleep. It has lavender, and it has essential oils as well. It eases aches and soreness from muscle pain, soothes the body, promoting a better night's of rest, okay? So you just soak for 20 minutes. They're in here for 20 minutes, and they can feel free to massage this in their skin. They're even going to be offered a cup of this solution to exfoliate themselves in regions where we just won't go or reach, of course. So I recommend you put 2 cups of this in their bath. You fill the tub with it's not a floating pod, so make sure you discern that, okay? So while they're in there, they can have their feet scrubbed. Alright, so we have 3 types of devices for that. First, you brush their feet and their heels. And again, if they don't want this, don't do it. Don't push it. Then you go in with this pumice stone on their heels. You can file their nails down if they prefer. You can scrub away excess skin. Or, if they don't prefer, there's just a simple smoother and massager wand, okay? It's kind of like a shaving device. It kind of shaves that surface layer of skin. If they prefer a more gentle, tactical approach or more deeply intense one, this is the one that will really get rid of that accumulated dry dead skin. Those deeper epithelial cells, what are they called? I forget. I need to go back to spa school. Being the general manager, you forget a lot of terminology. Alright, and then they go back in once they're done with their bath for the final treatment. Option of tweezing their hairs, okay, on their eyebrows. Filing nails further, if they prefer. Okay, they'll be given this pouch to do that. If they would like, have their nails done, we offer polishes and with top coats for glitter and shine. Alright. We only offer these mini ones. You just go in and polish their nails. It's wonderful. The fragrance is amazing. And I believe that is everything. Then they're ready to go. You put their hands over the light. You'll just mount the light in their bed. They don't move. And they can go. Alright, so that will be the entire hour that they get. And then you slowly take off that headband. Okay, you wash your hands, the hair pieces, crystals, and you cover them up back to the shoulders with the blanket unless they're feeling very warm. Typically people already get very warm after the bath, but that's kind of a final added touch for part of their whole deluxe spa treatment. So you tell them you can take your time in the bathroom. You have 20 minutes to get ready, and if you prefer to lay here for another 5 minutes, you can do that as well, and you just leave and you ask again and double check, would you rather the diffuser be on or off? You don't want them tampering with it and turning it off and knocking it over and causing an outage. Ask the same about the candles and anything else they would like. If they would like an added touch, maybe they want some more of that nice spray or some of that oil on their hand. You know what? You quickly take a couple minutes to do that. Don't rush. Same with the sound remover device. Yes, you turn that on or off based on what they prefer, and you give them the time they need. If they're taking longer than 30 minutes, I would knock and check in, okay? Alright. And then when you're done, click. That reports to me. I tell the massage therapist to get ready and clean up for the next station. And they're responsible for cleaning up after like what you did, because then you're responsible for going in the front, right? We all have different jobs, so it kind of is like a well-oiled machine. The gears need to kind of all work together. That's why I'm important for running around and making sure everything is organized and ready. So do you have any questions at all about your first day and onwards with your career here? Yeah. Well, I'm excited.